Anyway, so outside of the league, man, how you been? How's your week been? Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah, Jones, make sure you don't get trench foot. Trench foot? It's a condition. Well, do you know what causes trench foot? Not necessarily. No, opposite. Yes. And he said, yeah, which fits with what I was saying, where he said, you know, he said he's wet all the time. So I'm like, okay, well, just don't get trench foot. Oh, I'm gonna try to sound like trying to be a smart ass and sound like a dumb ass. It's just because when people were in the trenches, the conditions were, they were just stuck wearing boots all the time, and they weren't letting their feet dry and switching their socks. Interesting enough, is one of the things that some soldiers were doing to prevent trench foot was keeping the socks in their armpits. So whenever they'd switch out their socks, they would, number one, be warm, and number two, be dry. Or I should say drier. And it was just a technique that, it wasn't exactly known or taught back then, but it was something that, because the internet didn't exist back then. So if you had someone who experienced, they may teach that. It just wasn't widely taught. Yeah. Nope. No, there's not enough time. There's just a lot of stupid things you kind of learn. Like, the reason I hate history, like history in taught in schools, they don't teach you important things. They force teaching you the times and dates. I'm sorry, the dates, times, locations, but not the reason behind something. They'll say, "Oh, they died of smallpox." They don't explain like of how people were getting smallpox, or why it was so prevalent. Or how to treat smallpox. They just say people die of it. Well, when you're talking about the people coming to America infecting Indians with smallpox and other diseases, it's actually how a lot of them end up dying was through diseases. Or I think it's funny